Today I'm going to give you the one thing that will make or break 80% of your success or failure with online dating. And that is irrelevant of what kind of online dating. If you're doing Instagram game, if you're doing swipe apps like Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, if you're doing sugar daddy game, it doesn't matter. This one thing, and that is your photos. I'm going to talk about that in detail. I am giving a free online dating success for the 2020s webinar on December 3rd. It's free. There is a link below. Click that link. You can register for it. It's free. I'm going to go through all the techniques, and at the end we'll have an open Q&A with me. And the reason we're doing that is to celebrate the launch of, on that same day, December 3rd, the Ultimate Online Dating Manual updated for the 2020s. This is the most comprehensive book you will find on online dating anywhere in the world. I am very confident in saying that. And there's a lot of detail about that in my blogs and things like that. I'm not going to go through that now. But in terms of right now, let's talk about photos. 80%, and I mean this, guys, 80. That's not an 8. This is an 8. 80% of all of your success or failure with dating, online dating, is with your photos. Everything else you can think of in terms of your online dating process, in terms of what you write in your profile text, if women even look at that on swipe apps, they usually don't. What you do with your openers, how you construct your openers, the way in which you communicate with women on the dating app, the way you move women off the dating app to other mediums, which we talk about in the online dating manual, how you pitch the first date, how you address objections. These are all important things, but all of those things together are 20%. 80% is your fucking photos. You can have amazing photos and do a bunch of things wrong and get dates. You can do everything else in the 20% perfectly, literally perfectly, and get no dates if your photos suck. It's true. It's how it works. So that means that in terms of your online dating success and your online dating process, 80% of your thought, 80% of your procedures, 80% of your resources need to go into maximizing your photos. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. And guys, even to this day, still screw this up. For some reason, there are guys out there who think that online dating is all about openers. No, your opener is the least important part of the entire process. So no, it's not about openers. Online dating is all about how you gain women online when you're talking to women on the dating. So when you're talking over Tinder, how you use game to... No, it's not. It's about your fucking photos. Your photos, your photos, your photos. So first let me cover what not to do. It's a big list. First thing you don't want to do, no selfies. No selfies for online dating apps or sites. But Caleb, girls use selfies. Yes, girls can use selfies. Are you a super hot blonde Instagram model with big tits? Is that you? Oh, you're not? Okay, then you can't do selfies. Yes, girls can do selfies. We can't. No selfies. No pictures that you pull out of your phone that you already had in your phone. A lot of guys do this. Now, to be clear, years ago, when I first got started online dating, like 13 years ago, back in 2007, 2008, you could just grab some random photos that you could find and put them in your phone, or actually you didn't have photos in your phone back then, not really. Put them online and it would kind of work. You can't do that today. The competition is too fierce. You cannot do that. You cannot just go through your gallery on your phone and pick out, oh, that photo looks good, I'll use that. And look, oh, that looks fun, that's funny, I'll use that. No. The photos you use for your online dating profile must be photos specifically taken and designated for online dating. I'll talk about that in a second. So you can't just randomly find photos. No using photos that friends took of you or family members took of you. Don't use those. Those are stupid, they're bad, they're terrible. I have evaluated hundreds, literally hundreds of men's online dating profiles over the past 13 years. And trust me, I have never seen one photo that was taken by a guy's buddy or sister or what have you that looked really good on his profile. That just doesn't happen. They look terrible. The lighting is going to be off. You're going to be dressed stupid. What's in the background's not going to make any sense. It might be blurry. No. You cannot use that. No mirror shirtless selfie shots. But Caleb, I'm really ripped and I'm really good looking. Great. If you're ripped and good looking, you're going to have much higher response rates than if you take your shirt off and do something outside, like an action shot, like you throwing a football or something, looking like a Greek god, than you standing in your mirror doing this. All the stupid expressions guys have when they take these mirror shots, they stand like this. No, even if you're ripped, You want to increase the odds that she will match you. You want to increase the odds that she will respond to your openers, right? That means your photos can't be okay. They have to be the best you can make them, even if you are ripped and good looking. If you're ripped and good looking, wonderful. Don't use a fucking mirror. Take your shirt off and go outside and have a photographer take a picture of you doing shit outside with your shirt off. Even if you're fucking gardening, that would look better than you standing in front of a mirror like this. Don't do it. Next thing, no photos of you that you took on your goddamn vacation. No photos of you standing in front of a fucking pyramid. No photos of you standing in front of a mountain or your back to a mountain and doing the success that. Those do not pull well for online dating. Put those on your fucking Facebook page or your Instagram page. That's fine. Don't put them on your Tinder profile. Don't put them on Bumble. That's not what gets women to match you and respond to you. That's an important point, by the way. Just because a photo is cool or good or interesting or has some aspects that are pleasing does not mean it would make a good online dating photo. An online dating photo has these characteristics. Number one, it portrays you. You are the central focus of the photo. Even if there's someone else in the photo, it is clearly you are the centerpiece of the photo. So if you're standing in front of a pyramid and you're this tall and the pyramid's like this in the photo, that's not going to work. I don't care how cool the pyramid looks. It has to showcase you. Also, you have to have perfect lighting in the photos. You need to be dressed in a way that matches your vibe and your personality and your persona. You also need to be dressed in a way that has good colors. There are certain colors that I can't wear. There are certain colors that you can't wear. There are certain colors that look really good on you. Those should be the colors that you're wearing. The lighting in your photo needs to be perfect. The focus of the photo, particularly what they call having a shallow depth of field, that needs to be perfect. And again, the photos already in your phone are not perfect. Trust me, they suck. They're fine for Facebook. They're not good for Bumble or Tinder or what have you. So the number one piece of advice that I can give you, the one thing that will change the game in terms of your online dating, I have given this advice to thousands of men over the past 13 years, and just about every time they do it, there are rare exceptions, there's always exceptions, every rule, but just about every time they do it, their match rates and response rates go up, and they often go up by double-digit percentage points, sometimes triple-digit percentage points, and that is to use a professional photographer to take your photos. Now, I know there's some objections. I will address them in a second. But when I say professional photographer, I mean either a real professional photographer, or you can go on Craigslist and find a college student who's a photography student, maybe a young kid who's really into photography with a really good camera, not a little rinky-dink camera, not a phone, not an iPhone. Don't use pictures taken with an iPhone. A real, good, high-quality digital camera, one of those digital cameras that cost at least $2,500. And I know nothing about photography, I can't help you there. But I'm not a photographer. Use a photographer. You don't need a professional photographer. A semi-pro photographer with a very good camera would be fine too. That's what I mean by a professional photographer. Now, here's what I don't mean, because sometimes I've seen guys, when I say this, guys say, whoa, wait a minute. Go to a photography studio? No, man, that's gonna look stupid. That comes off like a try-hard. What I said was you need to use a professional photographer to take your online dating photos. I did not say you go into a photography studio at fucking JCPenney's where they get family photos taken where you look like this. Will this get you laid? No, this won't get you laid. I am not saying you get a headshot like you're a goddamn real estate agent. I am not saying you put, they put the backdrop of the fake trees and you stand there like this with a little, and they go, put your hand over the thing like this and look like this. No, that would look terrible. No. Of course I don't mean that. That is not what I mean. What I mean is you hire a professional photographer or a professional, semi-professional photography student to take pictures of you in environments that look real. Not a photography studio, unless you can configure an aspect or maybe a corner of that photography studio to look real. I've done that with some of my photos, my online dating photos, and even some of my business photos, where I'm in a photography studio, I'm using a photographer, but I'm not standing in front of his backdrop with the fake trees on it. That's stupid. No. Instead, I'll stand in a corner and there'll be like a desk and a stool, maybe a computer, and I'll stand in front of that so it looks like I'm standing in front of something real. Also, you don't have to be in the studio or even indoors. You can be outdoors too. Outdoor shots are fantastic, especially for secondary and tertiary photos. For your dating profile, they're really good. So you can go outside, but again, use a professional photographer to take those pictures of you outside. The best way to do that, by the way, is you just do stuff. You walk around, you talk to the air, you talk to the photographer, and he takes pictures as you're doing things. Those end up really good. That's what you've got to do. Notice how different that is from just pulling pictures out of your phone or pulling pictures from your last vacation. By the way, when you hire the photographer, be honest with the photographer. Hey, I need these photos for online dating. So they need to portray me. They need to look amazing. I gotta look fucking perfect. I cannot look too stiff or too posed. So that's the other objection when I talk about using photographers. A lot of photographers, unfortunately, are trained in that they will get you to stand in these stupid poses that make you really look stiff, like a nervous beta male. That's not how you wanna do this. Or like sit down like this and they have you do different poses. No. You want to look natural, like this. I'm like this. I'm standing naturally right now. Just relax, chill, normal and natural. If you look really posed like this, that's not going to work, generally speaking. The problem with most of us is that we are not professional supermodels, so we don't know how to act in front of a camera. So don't try. When you're getting your picture taken, just act naturally and walk around the room and talk to the air. And what I actually do for a lot of my business photos, believe it or not, so what I do is I recite poetry. It works, because I just start speaking. Far over the misty mountains, cold and dungeons deep in caverns, oh, we must away our break of day. And I just do that. And I do that for 15, 20 minutes. The guy's just taking pictures of me and shots of me while I'm wearing a suit or something. Works very well, instead of me standing posed like this. That's not gonna work. Cool? There's a lot more to this. I have an entire chapter. It's one of the longest chapters in the Ultimate Online Dating Manual of exactly how you get your pictures taken, how you process your photos for maximum match rates, for maximum response rates. It's all in the book. If you want more information on this for free, you can register. Click below to register for the free webinar. Now, if for some reason you are watching this video after December 3rd, if you click that same link below, it will bring you right to the page where you can get the book if you want. The Ultimate Online Dating Manual. I'm doing a full webinar on this. I will see you, for you guys joining the webinar, live webinar on December 3rd. Have fun. Bye.